talking about performance, so you did the David Goggins challenge a little while back. I want to hear about that. And not only that, first of all, I want to hear what your athletic prowess was before doing that too.
So at 215 pounds, me and my buddy, we both looked at each other. He was fat too. He's 6'2", so his fat didn't look fat. You know what I mean? Because he's tall. I'm 5'10", so at 215 pounds, I look like an Oompa Loompa. But we both looked at each other and we were like, all right, we gotta lose the weight. So neither one of us said diet
because we were coming up on the wedding, and he was his best man.
He was my best man, so he's like,
oh, so both of you wanted to lose weight for the wedding, of course, yeah.
Right. So he's like, and he's a great best man, still my best friend to this day. Right. So he's like, we're gonna get each other in shape. So we ran 4 miles every day. Right. So 4 miles every day. Well, 3, maybe 4 on a good day. But at least 3 every day. And they were probably 15 or 16-minute miles.
Okay.
So
kind of
it wasn't really running.
Walk, run.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when you're carrying so much extra weight, 215 pounds, I mean, it's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
You did, like, in the moment, I didn't think it was hard, right? I just thought, oh, I'm not used to running. This is why my body feels like this right now.
Right.
I've since run being 40 pounds, or no, that was 215. So that was 75 pounds lighter. So 75 pounds of weight off my body since last year feels a lot different when you're running, right? Am I doing that math right? What's 215 minus 155?
250 minus 155. You're at 20, 40. No, sorry, 10, 20, 40.
Obviously, my math skills have not improved on the carnivore diet. 60 pounds?
Ish.
All right, I was close. That's 60 now. So 60 pounds of weight that I've lost since 60, that I lost since last year. And when you run feeling lighter, it's very different. Not only that, not being fueled, because I would go home after our runs and eat candy or eat chips or bread. So it was like
right then and there you were like super hungry.
Yeah, I was starving. I was terrible. I mean, not only that, I mean, think about that. I probably only burned 400 calories on a 3 or 4 mile run. I mean, that's high end, you know?
Right.
Like, then to go home and eat 600 calories in candy. Like, nothing was happening. Like, I was maintaining weight. Then we finally changed our diets, and I started losing some weight on the keto and the running. And that's when I got down to that 195 range. So I dropped like 20 pounds. I felt pretty okay. Obviously didn't know what this could feel like, but I was not an athlete.
Go then?
12, 13-minute miles. So we shaved off 3 minutes.
Okay.
So then I would work out like body weight stuff, push-ups, chin-ups, sit-ups, all that. Same thing. I mean, just I would consider myself very below average in the workout range. I could do 1 pull-up. I could do 3 chin-ups. You know, I could do 15, 20 push-ups on a good day. That was it, right? I could only did 1 set of 15 to 20. I could do it. It was painful, but I could do it. So then I hadn't worked out really since the wedding and any of that. And then I started this carnivore, and then was I only before David Goggins came out with this thing? How many months into carnivore was I? A month and a half? A month?
I think it was a month and a half.
Yeah, well, David Goggins challenge ended March 7th because it was the day before we moved into our apartment.
So almost
the day before I begun.
So almost 2 months in.
Yeah.
So almost 2 months in. Obviously, like a month and a half.
How much running did you do between that time?
0.
None.
I hadn't ran since I hadn't ran since August of the prior year. So September, October, November, December, January, February, 7 months.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Wait. Let's back up before we get into it. Tell us about the David Goggins challenge.
So David Goggins came out with this challenge that was to run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. So total is 48 miles in 48 hours.
Yeah.
So you're running 2 marathons in a span of 48 hours. And it sounds easy until you're waking up with the sleep deprivation because you're waking up every 4 hours to do it. That it wasn't, because the running didn't sound hard for whatever reason. My body was like, I can do this, you know, like this is no issue. But I hadn't ran in 7 months, so and then our buddy was like, "You guys are crazy, right? You trained 0."
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna do it. I bought the T-shirt. I donated to the cause. He donated to 5 charities. I think he raised a few $100,000 for charities. It was great. And I started the run at 10 o'clock my time. I think you all had to start the 48 at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone across the world was doing the same thing at the same time, but different time zones. But everyone was posting at the same time. I'm running. So I did my first 4, and I did all 4 miles in a 9-minute pace.
Wow.
So, and this was with no training, right? No training. I haven't ran
The
in
first
7.
4, amazing.
Yeah. So now I got done with those 4 at 9 minutes a mile, right? And I was like, that was a little fast. Like I could feel that if I still have 44 more to do of these,
right?
I probably shouldn't be going at a 9-minute pace.
Exactly.
Because some of those miles had I was at like a 7.5-minute mile for like the first mile, and an 8-minute, and then then the last 2 were 9 minutes. So I ran too fast, but I was excited,
Right.
So I did that, and I did it fasted because you and I had talked, and I was like, how should I go about this? And you're like, dude, just do, because we were already on the 48-hour fasting.
Yes.
So you were like, why don't you just make this one of your 48-hour fasts and don't eat anything, because you're gonna spend energy trying to digest food.
Right.
So the one time I told you I'd thrown up, right, because of the stomach bug,
I remember.
that was that night.
Yeah.
So I did my first 4 miles, came home, I threw up hours later, only to find out it's because everyone had a stomach virus, right?
It took
I
each of
woke
us
up
down one day.
So I woke up, threw up, laced up my shoes, and went and did another 4 miles.
Yeah.
And that went on. I did 30 miles. And then David Goggins posted, all right, let's start doing this. So David Goggins was doing different exercises and working out. So then everyone else started going. So I did push-ups and chin-ups.
Wow.
For 2 hours. For 1 hour every 4 hours. I probably did.
How many?
Probably 400 push-ups.
Oh my God, that much?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was, and because that's what David Goggins, he was like, he did jump roping for an hour straight.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and because dude's crazy, So, but he's like, it's just the whole point of it was doing an hour of exercise that you hate every 4 hours for 48 hours. So I clocked in 30 miles and then ended up clocking in, 4, 8, 12, 34, 38, 42, 44, 48. So I probably clocked in 1,300 push-ups.
Wow.
In the last legs of the 48, and I probably clocked in 600 chin-ups. Because David Goggins has this thing called nickel and dimes. You do 5 push-ups, 5 chin-ups, and then 10 push-ups, and you do that every minute on the minute. And I would do that for an hour. So if I increased my push-ups, I think it was probably the first couple of legs I did 20s and 10s, and just knocked out some push-ups for an hour, which was nice because she knew we knew we were moving in the next day, and my legs were destroyed. Like
moving upstairs.
Because I mean, there's no way to 30 miles in 30
I told him,
hours.
I made him pinky promise me. I was like, listen, I said, I support you, except you better be ready for moving day.
Yeah, moving day was literally the next day.
Yeah.
Unreal.
So once I did that, I mean, obviously now my legs were shredded. My arms and my chest were shredded and tired. But the next day, was I limping around?
No.
I didn't. I
was
able
to walk upstairs and downstairs.
Yeah, I moved couches.
Damn, dude.
And that was literally the next day.
You totally completed this whole challenge, fasted 48 hours, plus all the extra challenges he put on top of it.
With no training.
With no training. And the next day you were up and going so you could move.
Yeah.
Man. You didn't even have much sleep, right? We didn't even talk about that, right?
No, it was
awful.
So imagine this. So you have to run every 4 hours.
Right.
So if your run takes you an hour, right? Let's say on the long side, it takes you an hour. By the time you go, come home, dry off the sweat, right? Maybe do a quick shower. You're at an hour and a half. So you have 2.5 hours to sleep. Well, no one can lay down and go to sleep like that. At least I can't. I can't go to sleep just laying down and going to sleep after a run, after physical activity.
Yeah.
So I probably got 1.5 hours of sleep in between each run for 48 hours. So for 48 hours, I was on probably a combined total of 3 or 4 hours sleep.
Noah is somebody who does not hear his alarm.
Don't.
unless it's a screeching alarm.
Yeah.
And screeching alarms make me angry. So
she would have to wake me up.
Yeah, he would. I could hear. I made him sleep in a different room across the hall from me because 1, I didn't want to wake up every 4 hours with him, and 2, I didn't want to hear his alarm.
Right. Makes
also,
sense.
I really didn't want him, if he decided to skip a shower, I did not want him getting in bed sweaty and gross from a run.
Right. Makes sense, of course.
So yeah, I made him sleep across the hall, and I heard his alarm from across the hall for like, I could hear it for like 5 minutes straight. It was not waking him up. So all the time I would have to get up, and I would go, because he was in such a dead sleep because he was exhausted.
Right, of course.
So I would go and no, wake up, go for your run. And he's like, oh, okay, I got it. And he would get up and go for his run. I was like, oh my goodness, this is awful.
Wow.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
This was 7 months of no physical activity whatsoever. So no training, no body weight exercises, no nothing.
Amazing.
And
and you didn't do any caffeine, you didn't do any bangs, obviously.
Heck
nothing,
no.
Right? Yeah.
Holy cow, my heart would have exploded.
Right. Probably.
I mean,
a band of bangs.
Yeah, it was just, I put on my headphones and I listened to David Goggins podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'd be running through the streets at 2 a.m, obviously. Right. Like that's when you're running throughout the middle of the night.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're just listening to David Goggins sit there and curse at you, basically.
Right.
Then you're like amped up, like, oh man, I got this. So it was just, it was 48 hours of, physical
and mental
tribulation would be the right word. And I don't think there's any way around saying that it was super hard to do, but probably if I wasn't on Carnivore and hadn't lost all the weight, it would have been impossible.
Yeah.
Aren't
you impressed by your husband there, Katie?
Oh my goodness, he is a champion, hands down.
Amazing.
Blows my mind.
Yeah, and then let alone I did karate since I was 4 years old. Karate, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, stuff like that. I stopped when I was 14.
Right.
I've come back to karate, and my body's adapting really, really easy to starting karate, because I remember how to round kick and side kick and jump kick and all that, but obviously if you don't practice for 6 years and you get fat and all these things,
you risk fracturing your ankle.
You're not going to be able to do what you used to be able to do when you're 7 years old, know. But I've come back, and I've picked it up like that. Like I've memorized half of my forms. I'm sparring. I'm going, I would say, pretty crazy with like physical activity,
Now, yeah.
And I, not only that, I on the days I do karate, I get home at 5 o'clock. Karate's at 7:15. I come home at 5:30. I work out, like do my workout, and then I go and do karate.
Yeah.
And do their workout.
It's not like a serious workout, especially when you have karate later. It's not a serious workout at all. But it's,
yeah, I do all my push-ups. I'll do, like right now I'm doing weighted push-ups. So I put a ruck on, and I do push-ups with 35 pounds of weight.
Nice.
Because push-ups has become, right now I can do feet elevated clap push-ups.
Oh, nice.
All day long.
He's so proud of it too. He used to never do be able, physically be able to.
Think about that. Why would I elevate if I fall elevated on a clap push-up? My face.
Yeah, you go right into the floor. Right.
And then one day, like on Carnivore, wasn't even like a thing I trained for. I just put my feet up and just started doing it, trusting that I could do it. Like just intuitive. My body's like, we're gonna do it. I held a handstand the other day for like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Wow. It's funny because I'm at work until 6:30, and he gets home at 5.
I have some free time.
So he comes home and he's like, does a workout, or finds out he can do like these Superman push-up, like just stuff like this. And he's like, he'll take a video and text me and be like, look at this. And I'm like, whoa. It's really exciting to see him so excited about his physical capabilities.
And we don't share this with many people.
Yeah, we don't talk to a lot of people about it.
Because it's so...
Telling people about our dinners and and stuff like that.
People don't like it.
We're so cautious just because it is so controversial.
It is.
So...
But wow, talk about the performance. It shouldn't be, right? It's amazing.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I think people don't attribute, it's hard for me to attribute all my performance and stuff to just the simple change of diet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, think about that. Like, if I told you I couldn't do one push-up, but then I could do 25 clap push-ups with my feet on the couch, Like,
You think that's training? Not
yeah, you
diet.
would
Yeah,
think
you'll think it's automatically training. That's right.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, if I told you all I did was change the way I was eating, you'd be like, you're lying to me.
Right.
And I would be like that because I used to look for people, like, you know, the fads,
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to lose weight. I would see these people, you're like, all I did was this. And you're like, you're lying to me. Like, I know you didn't just do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of those people probably are.
You're pushing supplements. You're doing
But,
this.
yeah.
You're taking that. Like,
Well, that's what they're telling me about me. It's like, oh, the only reason you're doing this is because you're training. Oh, you think that I didn't try to train before?
Dude, I did 1 year of high intensity fat burning calisthenics where I worked out 6 days a week for 45 minutes outside in the sun. I was drenched in sweat. I didn't lose anything but what, 5 pounds?
Yeah, I know the
in a
feeling.
year.
Yes.
Like,
feet every day.
And I have videos. I have a picture that I wish I would have put in there, but it's me and my friend standing outside, drenched in sweat from our calisthenics workout. I was running 3 miles every night, calisthenics workout. I would go swimming, trying to lose this weight.
It's not like you didn't try before.
Right.
Exactly.
It's like this training is not new. Like, the training I do now is actually less intense.
Right.
Now I play. You know what I mean? I do some push-ups, I do some chin-ups. I'm following a workout routine right now because I want to build a little bit of mass, you know, and it's still only body weights stuff. So it's like I want to pack on a little bit of muscle, but I'm not killing myself in the gym and losing mobility and you know what I mean?
And you saw a significant amount of changes in just 2.5 months, obviously, compared to the year. You almost feel like you wasted all that time in that year.
I sure did. Yeah. Because if I would have looked like this on our wedding day, I can imagine.
Man.
I mean,
unbelievable. Yeah.
It's kind of annoying now.
Yeah.
Because obviously we were engaged for a year. So it's like, you know, you're getting married. So we'll have a year. But it's like, I could have just done this. I could have done this 2 months before.
Oh my goodness. I look at our wedding photos, which our wedding photos are incredible. Like, we look fantastic. But if I would have known I could have looked like this on my wedding day.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
And your honeymoon photos. You have all these photos from your honeymoon. You're like, look at my belly in the swimsuit.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, the one of me in the black bathing suit on the beach, that was from our honeymoon. My face was so gross. That's like the only word I can think. Like, my face is just
because you don't put on makeup to go to the beach.
And you're probably only saying that because you're seeing your face now.
Oh yeah.
She didn't know.
So that you probably didn't even think it then.
This was 2 weeks ago. She realized because she saw an old photo of us from 2 years ago. She's like, why didn't you tell me I look like this?
Yeah, I was like, bro. I was like, I'm so ugly.
Because I always tell her, I'm big on not sugarcoating it, right?
Right.
Like, I sugarcoat it for her because I love her and I'm not gonna cut her down like that. But I tell everyone, call me fat. If I'm fat, don't be like, no, you look great. Like,
I used to call him my chubby custard. That was my word. Like, when we were like,
because she said yes to marry me at 215 pounds, so she didn't care. You know what I mean? But and now I'm married to Mr. 157 on the daily. So I mean,
so awesome.
I would tell everyone though, I was like, why are you sugarcoating it for me? Like, I know I'm fat. Like, you just tell me. Like, dude, you got some pounds to lose. You know what I mean? Like, and I think the first time I had someone telling us I at the doctor, and the doctor's like, you need to lose some weight. I mean, but at what was I, probably like 16?
But they didn't recommend anything.
Like, what 16-year-old wants to hear their doctor say? Like, that's a 45-year-old problem, you know?
Right,
like,
exactly.
Hey man, you're getting up there on the scale. Like, you might want to cut down a little bit. Like a 16-year-old, and they're looking at him like, you need to drop some weight. You're becoming unhealthy.
Yeah.
I had one doctor say I was close to diabetes, like with how much sugar I was eating.
Damn.
Like,
at that young. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because. And it wasn't like type 1 diabetes where I couldn't help it. It was, I shoved a lot of sugar in my face because that's my favorite. I still have a sweet tooth, but it's not
nearly what it used to be. Every day wanting, like, first thing when you wake up, he would want coffee with like so much creamer in it. And then he would want, like, if he had the choice between not eating breakfast, like fasting for breakfast, or I'm sorry, or eating breakfast, he was like eggs, bacon, pastry, coffee, waffles. He was the waffle making king. Oh my goodness.
I could make
Nobody could make waffles better than Noah, and he knew it.
It was restaurant quality waffles.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was like,
I got for a Christmas
morning.
present, I got an industrial waffle maker.
No.
Yeah.
I
was such a.
We still have it. I make chaffles.
Yeah, we make cheese and egg.
Chaffles.
Yeah. Make chaffles.
Okay, so I gotta ask. So since you were such an addict, so have you fallen off the wagon in the 2.5 months?
Nope.
And saying that, have you felt, have you done any little cheats where you wanted to just taste something or anything like that?
When I was 2 weeks in, I made, okay, listen to this. Everyone wanted to try my famous waffles.
Yeah.
So on Carnivore, I made everyone waffles, not knowing I couldn't partake in it.
The best waffles.
I was probably 2 or 3 weeks into Carnivore at the time.
Yep.
So the amount of cheating that I did was I put it in my mouth, I chewed it, and then before I swallowed, I was like, damn, and I spit it out.
Wow.
So that was 2 or 3 weeks in. Ever since then, I have not.
I will expose him. Sugar-free gum.
Oh yeah, sugar-free gum was a
weakness
problem.
for him. But he's now. I challenged him really hard and was like, dude, because every time he would have it, wreck his stomach.
Yeah.
He could like his stomach.
Because it's sugar-free,
hurt and
carb-free.
feel
Like
good.
it's acceptable, but it's not good for you.
It's just chemicals.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, wait. I do remember specifically telling you how bad gum was, didn't I?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just making sure.
Yes.
Right.
Chemicals.
But you
It's
were
so
addicted
bad.
to it, right?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
but
God.
I was addicted to gum before.
Right.
'Cause I am a nail biter, so the gum
Yeah.
helps. It's like
Yeah, that's right.
it's moving my mouth.
Right.
So on Carnivore, it wasn't like I was craving sweet, so I'd have gum. It was like I just always had gum.
It was just typical.
But now it just increased because I was chewing 24/7. Off of it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was besides that, it wasn't even a craving for sweets. You know?
You notice instant stomach distress when you did it.
Oh my Lord, it was terrible in my stomach, but I couldn't stop
Yeah.
because I just love
But
I
you
have
knew
a-
that was directly causing your pain.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh no, it
No
was
question about
it was if because I would only have gum, I'd get like a pack of gum once or twice a week.
Yeah.
But then I'd eat that whole pack of gum in a day.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So then your
Okay.
stomach is
Oh, God.
wrecked
Yeah.
for the day. So when you track it, you're like, no stomach problems,
Yeah.
eat a pack of gum.
Instantly today. So I used to drink the Alani energy drinks. Those were my favorite. I loved them. They're like 3 carbs.
3 carbs, 0
Like
sugar.
3 carbs, 0 sugar.
They use like monk fruit. to
yeah,
sweeten it.
they're like it's
Like it's a keto dream. You know what I mean?
Right.
a much better option. And so I used to be obsessed with them.
Mm.
When I started Carnivore, I stopped drinking them. Just like
Mhm.
not a big deal. And then they came out with this new flavor.
That she's been dying to try.
I've been wanting to try it for
I told her not
a
to.
month. And then finally I saw it today. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I said, I want it. It's low carb. It's not a big deal. I said it's it's Sunday morning. Why not? Let's go for it. Instantly, like I felt bloated all day. Just not.
She came home
Good.
late.
Wait, how
in
much
bed.
did you drink?
I had the whole thing.
So she had 3 carbs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The 3
Wow,
carbs.
that's
she
it.
came home-
That's it. It's not like you
Yeah.
drank like a 6-pack or anything like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was just
Yeah.
the one. It was just the
She
one.
She came
and it's
home.
like,
She laid in
ugh.
bed. She's
I
like,
feel
I have a
slow.
headache.
I feel
Wow.
slow when I had a caffeinated beverage. Like think about that. Like I had a 200 milligram caffeine drink, and I
Right.
feel slow.
Yeah, you and I talked about. We went to a place that was out to eat,
Mhm.
and they had barbecue sauce on my chicken,
Mm.
and it was very little,
Yeah.
but afterwards I felt lightheaded, dizzy,
Just gross.
and then my stomach was like killing me. And I was just from light barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
So
I know the feeling.
So that's
but-
why we don't do stuff like that.
yeah, that was the first time I'd eaten out since I started Carnivore.
Yeah.
Because I know that one, I can make anything that they're gonna make me better. Because I have to tell them, like, if I'm getting chicken, I want non-battered, only fried, nothing on it, no, like, because I'm
Yeah.
still getting just the chicken, but then they put barbecue sauce on it. It's like you're wiping it off and eating it. You're like, now I feel like garbage afterwards, just from the whatever sugar I'm sure was in the barbecue sauce. But no cravings,
No crazy.
even after eating the.
That's good. At least you didn't have cravings. Did it affect your fasting though?
No, and it was just annoying. It was just like
Just annoying. You didn't.
I just
like,
didn't
feel
feel.
not your 100% self. Yeah. I
When you
agree.
know what you're capable of feeling. And
Yes,
how good you could-
yes.
Yeah.
It's just annoying because it's
Yeah.
like that's when we went to the trampoline park. So after that, we went and did high intensity trampoline jumping because I do the trampoline wall. I like to do like
The flipping.
the
jumping
flipping
off
and
the
stuff
side,
like
yeah.
that. and,
Nice.
Yeah.
and I was doing that, and I was like, I was out of breath. I was like, good Lord. Like I literally had to sit down on the floor and before we left and couldn't get up.
Yeah.
Like that's how tired I was. And I was like,
Just because that's
This
how the
isn't
crap
normal.
food makes you feel bad.
It's amazing, but this really proves how much you guys are really superhuman and those are your kryptonites.
Right.
Yeah.
You can have those near you or just a little bit of it, and all of a sudden you're this weak being, right?
And that's what I tried to tell her when she wanted the Alani.
Yeah,
I was
he
like,
told me too.
I was like 3 carbs, but all I had was a little bit of barbecue sauce, and I was down for the count.
Yeah.
And she's like, I just want to try it. I was like, like I told you, I don't push her because she's done really good on carnivore.
Right.
You know, she hasn't cheated, so I was like, I'm not gonna.
That's
I'll
amazing.
let the energy drink tell her.
I
Well,
think
you're not the one who talked her into it either. She did it herself. So
yeah,
that's
I think
awesome.
that's what's so amazing about it is I really thought it would be so much harder than it has been.
Than keto.
And
She thought it would be harder than keto.
Yeah, I really thought it was going to be difficult, and it's been amazing. And I'll tell you one thing I hate about carnivore and one thing I love about carnivore. One thing I hate is that my husband looks so good and has lost so much weight that his wedding ring doesn't fit, and now he goes out and he gets hit on.
I do. I had a girl come up to my car and ask for my number.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was awful. She goes to our vet, so we'll see her again. So I hate that about carnivore. I love the carnivore community. I'm obsessed with Instagram, like people on Instagram promoting carnivore and seeing what everybody else is eating and getting all these like ideas for things that I can cook for us. And Raymond and I, we talked about this the first time we ever talked, and I like butted in on one of your guys' sessions, how hard it is eating when I wasn't doing carnivore and he was. And it's like, I just want to sit down and have dinner with my husband. Like, I just want to sit down and talk about our day and enjoy each other.
Mm-hmm. And me doing fasting too.
With him doing fasting and him on carnivore and like all of these things, I feel like we can't do that. And then when I switched to carnivore, the way it's benefited our marriage, both feeling our best, both sitting, just we bought a grill because we were so excited. I mean, we bought, like, I've never wanted to own a grill because they just seem like such work. But we bought a grill, and now we got a grill for free. We got a grill for free, actually. Like,
we bought the gas tanks for it.
Yeah. So just being able to know on Saturday, we're not really going to eat breakfast or lunch because we don't do huge meals throughout the whole day. So dinner, let's grill out some steaks. Let's sit out on our patio and let's just enjoy this time together.
How my fasting schedule works, I always have one day on the weekend where I can eat. And
we just
the days that I don't eat, I mean, we just replace it with something else to do. She eats, I'll sit next to her while she eats, or I'll go do my own thing, and then we'll replace what would have been dinner with something else. It's just not.
We go play volleyball. We love to go play volleyball together and just like take our dog and let her dig in the sand while we throw the ball and just enjoy each other. And
because it's been a shift. Amazing. Like food is fuel. You know, like I really enjoy my. Don't get me wrong. When I do a reverse sear ribeye and cook that at 100 degrees for 45 minutes and it's like melts, I enjoy my food, but my food is not for my enjoyment. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what my mom said. She called when she's we were on the phone the other day, and she's like, how am I supposed to feed you guys when you come to visit? Like, I feel like it's going to be so much work to like make sure everybody has their own food. They're the sweetest people in the world. And then I was like, Mom, what are you talking about? She's like, well, like when you guys come to dinner, like how am I supposed to make sure like I'm with yours? Like everybody has their own different diet thing they're doing.
Because she would cook us. Oh my goodness. When she would cook for the family, she would make sure to cook us keto.
Yeah.
Like she would go out of her way to make keto for us. She's super sweet.
Yeah. And I was like, Mom, why do we have to eat dinner to spend time together? I'm like, we don't have to. Dinner isn't the only way that we can all spend time together. I said, why can't Noah and I eat what we eat, and then we all go out and play mini golf, or we go downtown and walk around, or we just enjoy each other's company, have a game night. And I was like, we don't have to eat dinner to spend time together. And she's like, yeah, I guess you're right. And I was like, okay, Mom.
That's the big shit.
Yeah.
It's like once you start realizing that food is fuel and not food is, you know, I want the chocolate and I want the candy and I want all this. Yeah. If you ask me today and say, do you still want chocolate? Yes, I still want chocolate. Mm-hmm. But I'm not craving chocolate. I don't think about it daily. And no, I don't go get it. Like, it's not worth it. It's not like, to me, it's not something I think on the daily, and it's not worth it because why would I go ruin how good this feels and how good I look for 5 minutes of gratification?
Right. And you know what? However long of misery afterwards.
Yeah. I learned this Alani. I went the whole time since I fractured my ankle. I haven't cheated. I haven't anything.
You haven't cheated since you started carnivore.
Yeah, no, I've done super great. So then I think I forgot what it felt like to not
Yes,
feel great.
yes.
And this Alani today really reset my mind. Like, oh, don't forget, like this is what crappy eating feels like.
That's
This is
it.
what bad food feels. Bad food feels bad. Like it's just that simple. So it really reminded me, like, so that's good.
Yeah, because she's been on, like, she does a little bit looser carnivore than I do, because she does like a lot of cheese and stuff like that included.
When I first started, I could not
Holy
sit
cow.
down and eat a ribeye without goat cheese on it.
She did a crap ton of cheese.
Like,
She's cut it in half.
I haven't
probably.
had goat cheese in, I would say, 2 weeks.
Well, what's wrong with cheese? I mean,
nothing. I just don't
affect
crave
you?
it anymore.
No.
Okay, you just don't crave it anymore.
No, I
She's
don't
like-
crave goat cheese on my steaks.
she's
Now I
like-
just crave the steak. I just want the steak.
She definitely has a problem with dairy. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
but she eats it, but it doesn't make her feel bad when it's not incorporated with carbs and sugar.
Yeah, I haven't had dairy issues like when I was regular eating,
But
standard eating.
I will say that, when you eat cheese as opposed to when you don't eat cheese, you can see it in the body. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree. We know that, but that's still a different addiction. Yeah, we all know that. Yeah.
I've cut down weight. I used to do only like sugar-free creamer in my coffee.
Right.
And slowly I was like, you know what, this isn't something I want to do anymore. This isn't something I want for myself. I want to try and cut out as much sugar-free. If it says sugar-free on it, then I don't want it.
Are you doing coffee, Katie?
I drink coffee, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love iced coffee. To me, iced coffee is just refreshing. It's just nice.
But she hated the taste of heavy whipping cream.
Yeah, I really hate the taste of heavy whipping cream.
I see.
So every day I did a step. I did a little bit more heavy whipping cream and a little less creamer. A little bit more heavy whipping cream just to adjust myself, because I was like, I want to be able to look at myself and say, I eat meat and cheese, and that's it. I don't eat sugar-free like creamer. I don't have Mio sugar-free like flavoring. I don't have sugar-free gum. I don't want those things.
Awesome.
Like, that's just not something I want for myself. So every day I take a step closer to trying to be more like sugar-free.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So kind of answer the what we eat question, because we've already kind of touched on it. I mean, pretty much it's eggs, bacon, beef, and cheese occasionally. I think she's cut cheese down to one meal.
Oh my goodness, so much. Yeah. I now that's how I used to have cheese with every meal, and I eat majority 2 meals. I have one at about 5:40ish in the morning. Before I go to work, because then I don't come home from work until 6:30.
Disappeared.
There we go.
Keep doing that.
And when you move back, it cuts.
Okay. Well, let's tell people how they could contact you if needed. Do you have any social media or any ways for people to check out your stories? Hopefully, you guys will get more involved in that.
Yeah. So right now, she has an Instagram that she doesn't really post on about the carnivore.
I'm Carnivore Katie on
Yeah,
TikTok.
she has Carnivore Katie on TikTok.
Yeah.
I have the Carnivore Faye, which is convenient. My Faye rhymes with way, so. But I have the Carnivore Faye on Instagram. It's Faye, Fay, and that's pretty much just been me posting progress pictures. But that's because I didn't want to start posting my routine and my stuff like that until everyone saw the results I'd achieved. I was big on, I didn't want to tell a whole lot of people about, oh, this is what you need to do until I had the proven results. Because I mean, I think you and I talked about, like, I still look at myself and I see fat, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't go away, but then I look at a picture and I'm like, wait, there's 6 abs there.
That's
like,
right.
They're not bulging, popping out, but they're there.
They're there. That's right.
Like, and that's only on 2.5 months.
Yeah, incredible.
Like, I can't imagine what 1 year will be like of this way. Like,
I can't wait to see it. That's all I can say. And let me tell you, you'll be leading this pack, because again, forget the 6-pack, all these other benefits that you've gotten.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's
hard for people to see those though.
Yeah, it's hard for people to see those, but seeing the 6-pack, definitely what they'll see. And thank you so much for coming on my show. This is great. I'm so excited. I know this went a little bit long, but I'm so excited that you were able to tell us the stories. Thank you again.
All right. Bye.